Now that's why if you are anywhere between 18 to 25 years old or whatever age you may be, you want to start building credit now. What's going on, brothers? In today's video, we are going to be addressing how to achieve an 800 credit score or above. Now, as we know, credit is like a report card, but for the financial industry. Many people are going to be looking at your credit score for buying a house or buying a car, for anything. And as we know, interest is imperative, and especially when you get into adulthood, it's important to build your credit the second you can. So typically starting out of high school or when you're in college, time is your best asset for credit, and just like many other things such as investing as well. Before we dive into this video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and leave a comment down below if you found this helpful. So the first thing I want to talk about of what makes up your credit score is something called on-time payment history. So on-time payment history is very imperative, and pretty much what it does, it takes your on-time payments and divides that by your total payments, and that is what makes your paid on-time credit score. An example of this is, let's say you have 60 payments in the year, and out of those 60 payments, you make 59% of them on time. That would mean you have a 98.3% paid on time. Now, that is actually not good. So if you look at Credit Karma, what they want is a 99 to 100% paid on time rate. Now again, the more credit cards you have, the higher your limit is. These are all ways in which you can help improve your credit score, and they really like to see that you can establish that line of credit and use the credit accurately and appropriately. So again, you want to have above a 98% payment history. So you want to have 99% or 100%. And the more cards you have, the more payments you're able to make to keep you within that green zone, that green territory. And as you can see here, anything below a 97% is very bad, and you don't want to have any late payments also. So here, what is an example of this? If you have 2 credit cards over 5 years, let's say you have a total of 120 payments, and out of those you make 119% of them on time. That would make it so you're 99.1% paid on time, and that would put you in the green zone. Another example of this is, let's say you have 10 credit cards over 5 years, and you make 599 of those payments on time out of 600 total payments. That would mean you are 99.8% on time, and that would keep you in green territory. So again, number one is first, on-time payment history. Now this makes up 35% of your score. So it's very imperative that you don't ever miss a payment, you have more credit plus history lines of credit, and you make at least the minimum payments so it shows that you can pay on time, don't miss your payments, and have that good long credit history. And again, you want to start young. That's why for our audience here at Brotherhood Finance, we recommend you start as young as possible and start building your credit. That way you have longer history, you can get more lines of credit, and you can have more credit cards. Let's dive into number 2. Now, number 2 is credit card utilization. So there's a given rule in credit card for your utilization. So let's say you have a $10,000 limit and you spend $6,000. This would actually be very bad, because the rule of thumb is you want to stay typically below 10% of your overall limit. So if your limit would be $10,000, you wouldn't want to go above $1,000. That way you're staying below that 10% level. Now really, Credit Karma and other bureaus are looking for 8%. So you want to stay below 8%. So this would be a bad example. Here's an example of that again. So if you look right here, 50 to 74% is very bad utilization. You don't want to use that much. 30 to 49 is a little better. 10 to 29 is in the green, and 0 to 9% or below, so 9% or below keeps you in the green. So you want to keep your utilization low. Now there's many, theories and people out there that say you want to max out your credit card, then pay it off. That is not true. That is false. You want to keep your utilization down. That's going to show that you can use the debt correctly, and it will allow you to build more and establish more lines of credit and keep your utilization low. Again, as I just mentioned, you want to have below that 9% for utilization. Because let's say you have a $30,000 credit limit overall. If you spend $300, that would only be 1% of the utilization, and that would be very good for your credit report and your credit history. So again, number 2 is credit card utilization. This makes up 30% of your score. So on-time payments and credit card utilization make up 65% of your score alone. And again, you want to have a lot of credit. Don't keep a balance on those credit cards, or if you do, keep it below the 9%. Have the low utilization, and it will allow you to get more credit and establish more credit history also. Now, number 3 we're going to be addressing is the length of credit history. Now, that's why if you are anywhere between 18 to 25 years old or whatever age you may be, you want to start building credit now, because credit history is making up that other 15% of your score, and that is the third step. Here is an example. If you have one credit card 4 years ago, your average history would be 4 years. But how it works, it takes a happy medium. So if you have 2 credit cards and you get one credit card 4 years ago and you get another credit card today, your actual average history would be 2 years. So that's why it's important to start now and start establishing credit. That way when you get more cards and you can build your lines of credit, your history and your average history is longer. What they're actually looking for at Credit Karma and other bureaus is they're looking for 9+ years of credit age. Now that's very hard to establish, and many people don't even have 9+ years because they're always taking out new credit cards, trying to keep that utilization low, trying to make sure they have on-time payments, and trying to make sure they stay within that below 9% credit card utilization. But it's important to, eventually start building your credit age, and that's why starting young is very important right now. If you have not checked out our other YouTube video about the top 5 best credit cards for beginners, make sure you check that out on our YouTube channel. We just posted that video. It's an excellent video to get your feet wet to start building and establishing credit. But furthermore, let's keep diving into this video. I hope you're finding massive value in it. So again, they want a credit age of anywhere between 9 years or 9+ years to be in that amazing sector of establishing credit to get you above that 800. Now, the fourth, as we just mentioned, is total credit lines. So that's making up 10% of your score. So you want to have more credit, higher limits, lower utilization, more on-time payments, and being able to show the bureaus that you can handle more credit. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, a credit score is really like a financial report card for the real world. In school, we all had our report cards in our different classes. Now, credit is how can you manage your money, how can you use debt. As we know from Robert Kiyosaki and other entrepreneurs, it's imperative to be able to leverage debt and use debt to your advantage, not only for tax benefits and other purposes, but also to be able to leverage your money and increase your return on investment. So that's imperative. Again, fourth is credit lines, 10% of your score, having more credit, higher limits, lower utilization, more on-time payments, and can handle more debt. So how does this work? So again, out of total accounts, they want you to have anywhere between 11 to 21 plus total accounts. That way it shows that you are in the green and you can make up that overall credit score and get you above that 800. And the fifth and last method of which how you can establish and build your credit score above the 800 credit mark is total hard inquiries. So you want to not have a lot of inquiries. This makes up 10% of your score on your report for 2 years, and it impacts the score for 1 year. And inquiries can group together also. So it's important that, if you get a new credit card, you get denied for a credit card, make sure you don't get too many hard inquiries, as those do make up 10% of your score. And I believe you want to have below 2 or 3 hard inquiries. Again, the 5 ways are having on-time payment history, your credit card utilization, length of credit history, total lines of credit, and total hard inquiries. That is what's going to make up your credit score. Mastering those 5 things, in which we mentioned on how to build them and stay within that green zone on Credit Karma and other equities and other methods, is going to be imperative in order for you to get above an 800 credit score. So if you found value in this video, make sure to smash the thumbs up button, make sure to subscribe. Much love, have a good rest of your day, have a good rest of your weekend. Peace, brothers.